frog in the well. There was once a small frog named Hop, who lived in a well in the middle of a meadow. Hop had lived in the well for as long as he could remember, and he was content with his life there. He spent his days swimming in the cool water and catching flies that buzzed around the well. But one day, Hop began to feel restless. He couldn't help but wonder what lay beyond the walls of his well. He had heard stories from the other animals in the meadow about the vast world outside, with its towering trees, rushing rivers, and endless skies. Despite the warnings of the other animals, who told him that he was foolish to dream of leaving the safety of his well, Hop was determined to see the world for himself. He climbed up the slippery walls of the well, his small feet finding purchase on the rough stones. Finally, after what seemed like hours, Hop reached the top of the well. He looked out over the meadow, his eyes widening at the sight of the vast expanse of grass and wildflowers stretching out before him. Excitement coursed through Hop's body as he hopped out of the well and into the meadow. He was free. For the first time in his life, he could feel the sun on his skin and the wind in his hair. He hopped through the meadow, his heart racing with the thrill of adventure. As he explored his new surroundings, Hop met many animals, each with their own unique stories and experiences. He met a wise old owl who taught him about the stars and the secrets of the night sky. He met a family of rabbits who showed him how to forage for food and build a warm burrow. Hop's adventures took him far and wide, and he discovered a whole world of wonder and beauty that he never could have imagined from the confines of his well. He saw towering mountains and rushing rivers. He explored dense forests and vast deserts. As Hop traveled through a dense forest, he suddenly felt something wrap around his body. Looking down, he saw a large, slithering snake had wrapped itself tightly around him. Hop tried to struggle free, but the snake's grip was too strong. He knew that he needed to act fast before the snake could do any harm. With a sudden burst of energy, Hop leaped out of the snake's grip and landed on a nearby rock. The snake hissed and lunged at Hop again, but Hop was quick to jump out of the way. He realized that he needed to use his agility and quick reflexes to outsmart the snake. He hopped and dodged around the snake, and after a few minutes, the snake gave up and slithered away. Later on, as he went on, Hop finds himself in a vast desert, and he encountered a scorpion. Hop approached the scorpion cautiously, trying to keep a safe distance. "Excuse me, Mr. Scorpion," he said tentatively. "I don't mean to bother you, but I'm just passing through. I don't want to cause any trouble." The scorpion turned to face him, its stinger twitching in the hot desert air. "Passing through, huh?" it hissed. "Well, you're in my territory now. I don't take kindly to strangers." Hop tried to reason with the scorpion. "I mean you no harm," he said. "I'm just looking for my way back home. Can you please let me pass?" But the scorpion was not interested in listening. The scorpion was much faster and more agile than the snake, and it was difficult for Hop to keep up. The scorpion's sharp stinger was poised to strike, and Hop knew that he needed to be extra careful. As the scorpion lunged at him, Hop quickly hopped out of the way. He realized that he needed to use his small size to his advantage, and he darted in and out between the scorpion's legs, confusing and disorienting it. After a few minutes, the scorpion gave up and scurried away. Despite all of the excitement and adventure that he had experienced, Hop began to miss his well more and more. He missed the safety and comfort of his familiar surroundings. He knew that he had seen many amazing things, but he also knew that it was time to return home. So, with a heavy heart, Hop made his way back to his well. When he finally arrived, he felt a wave of relief and happiness wash over him. He knew that he had learned so much on his journey, and he would never forget the incredible things that he had seen and experienced. But most of all, he was grateful for the simple things in life: the cool, comforting waters of his well, and the safety of his home. From that day on, Hop continued to explore the world beyond his well. But he never forgot the lessons he had learned. He knew that there was a balance to be struck between adventure and safety, between curiosity and contentment. And so, Hop lived out the rest of his days in the well, content with his simple life, but always open to the possibility of adventure and discovery. He had learned that even the smallest of creatures could have big adventures, and that the world was full of wonder and possibility for those brave enough to seek it out.